Hello humans, I'm the Alien Doctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition Beta video. Today we're going to be looking at Beta 1.17.0.52, and in case you're wondering, I'm still on my Android emulator, which still means that we're going to have these broken textures, and yeah, we'll get into this entire redstone contraption thing in a second, but yeah, anyway, broken textures, so that's why all the textures are broken. But anyway, let's hop in to the latest notable features of today's beta. But before we do that, one other thing to point out is for some reason I keep getting massive lag spikes. I mean, that's just kind of to be expected because this is a beta version, to be honest. But yeah, I'll get massive lag spikes where my FPS will drop to 15. I actually had to turn down my render distance because my FPS wasn't even working. Or my FPS was staying at around 49 when I had 16 chunk render distance, which is pretty stupid. Computer can normally get 60 FPS, you know, when it's rendering 72 chunks render distance. So, you know, that's kind of a bit annoying. I don't know if it's something to do with the Android emulator or something to do with the beta, probably a mix of both, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, just thought I'd point that out as well if you notice any FPS drops in this video. So over on the changelog, one of the most important things to point out is all of these features that are no longer behind the experimental toggle. So things include, or that sort of things include axolotl and glow squid, deep slate, powder snow, glow lichen. Apparently some, I don't think this one's meant to be here. Crystals, lush caves, dripstone, glow squid, goats, copper, moss block, pointed dripstone, raw ore, and localization. That's just a technical thing. I don't really properly understand what it is, but yeah, it's a thing. So one of the most notable things, noticeable, I don't know, but anyway, one of the most notable things about this update is zero tick farms no longer work. So as you can see here, we've got a sugarcane zero tick farm. This works in the latest release. I've built it in my AlienCraft series, and you can go and check that out. There's a playlist on the end screen, and yeah, this zero tick sugarcane farm setup would normally work, where basically the piston is just pushing and pulling back this sand, causing this sand to fall, which somehow basically makes the sugarcane grow for some reason. Now, this has unfortunately been fixed, so as you can see here, it's no longer working. Obviously, I know they weren't the fastest before anyway. I mean, they were really fast, don't get me wrong. They weren't the fastest zero tick farm we've ever had though. However, yeah, they're now not working, and this includes all types of zero tick, including things like zero ticking kelp, bamboo, cactus, you know, all of that sort of thing. So, a couple of other fixes is that obviously in the latest release you hold tridents really weirdly. That was fixed actually a couple of betas ago. So as you can see here, we're holding tridents like we used to. This is the normal way, and you know, they work properly, even if their texture is, actually, you know what, their texture is normal. Surprisingly, the trident texture is actually normal, despite all the other textures being broken. But anyway, the bow and the crossbow are now held correctly, and yeah, I would say that these definitely look a lot more right and how they're meant to be compared to what they look like in the latest release. Something else that I just did to check is that when you enchant the bow, the colours would be really off in the latest release. Now, I've enchanted it and it still doesn't look quite right. Like, the colour seems right, however, it seems like the bow's almost got a bit of opacity now. So, yeah, I don't know if... Yeah, look, can you see here? You can sort of see through it. I don't think that's right, so I'm going to say that is a bug. Maybe it isn't. Maybe this was how it is before, but I'm pretty sure this is wrong. Yeah, look, I'm sure the bow is see-through now. Look. So something that actually, in my opinion, is a new feature, but is actually listed in the bug fixes, or also tweaks, is that there is a new loading screen. So if we just go ahead and exit the game. So let's just close Minecraft, and then I'm going to open it up. So here we go. Here is my Android beta emulator version thingy. And there we go. The game is now loading. We should see a new loading screen. And yeah, I actually really like the way that this looks. What would be a little bit better is if it was actually a little bit more smooth. Can you see here? It's sort of freezing. well, we'll do it again, I guess. So the old one actually used to do that quite a lot as well, where it would sort of freeze. So they could really do with fixing that, and that would really just make the loading screen a lot better. See, look, now it's frozen on 71, and yeah, it would be a lot easier. Especially, I don't really mind if the percentage is freezing. It's more when that spinny, circle thing, it always freezes on 71, and it would make a lot more sense if that carried on going, whereas the loading bar kind of can stop, if that makes sense, because it's loading. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So the next bug fix is actually to do with old type worlds. So if we just type old type world, I guess, and then obviously going to go in creative and just all of these things. It doesn't really matter what we're using. Show coordinates, blah de blah de blah, and we might as well turn on all of these experimental features. But then over here, where the world type is, we can set this to old, and what this will do is it will make the world basically not infinite, like it used to be on like the Xbox or, legacy console editions back in the olden days, if you like. So, yeah. So what this does is, oh wow, we're literally in a water cave. That's kind of cool. But yeah, the old type worlds basically have a world border. So if I just fly out in one direction, then as you can see, the world just stops here, and it's meant to do this. This is, yeah, it is obviously meant to do this, if you're wondering. So, basically, there is actually a bug fix to do with these old type worlds. And that actually, you know what, this seed isn't even too bad. I don't mind this. But yeah, there's a bug fix. So, let's just go, like, right here, because spawn isn't here. So, in previous versions, if you did the command /set world spawn, then it would break your old world. Now the problem is, and I clearly cannot type today. There we go. As you can see here, world spawn cannot be set in legacy worlds. Now this is a bug fix, but it doesn't really make sense to me. It's more, yeah, it's not really fixing the bug. It's more just, I guess, maybe this is just a temporary fix. But yeah, basically there was a bug where if you would set your spawn in an old world, it would get corrupted, and the only way to basically fix it would be to load it in an infinite world. Or there were other things to do with old versions and stuff, but yeah, basically set world spawn has been disabled in the old type world, although I don't know that many people that actually play on these types of worlds anyway. Also, that is the first time I've seen a glow squid spawn naturally. That's pretty cool. So that is actually going to be it for today's beta video. Feel free to subscribe to join the Alien Empire today and all of that other jazz. I'll see you in the next video very, very, very soon, aka on Wednesday, because that's when I upload every Wednesday and Saturday. I'll see you then. Bye.